What's up, guys? Pete from Pete's Basement here with Stefan Kapicic. You know him as Colossus from the Deadpool movie. Stefan, thank you for being with us, man.
Thank you for having me. Hello, guys.
So, were you a comic book fan from the start? Was this how did this come about?
Well, as a matter of fact, I still am a big comic book fan. You know, from like when I was like 6-year-old kid. You know, I got my first pile of Marvel comics, and the funny thing is that there was like a Wolverine comic and the X-Men comic book. So I was like getting into X-Men universe when I was 6-year-old kid, and I'm like such a huge comic book fan. So this comes as a dream come true for me.
That was, I believe, the hashtag that you used, "Dreams Do Come True,"
Yes.
on your Twitter
Yeah.
when you found out that you got this role.
You know, this is really unbelievable for me. You know, I'm still trying to realize that this is happening to me right now. You know, with all this hype about Deadpool, hype about Colossus, and everything else. It's surreal. Because you know, it's definitely my dream came true. You know, it's some kind of Academy Award for my like inner child. For me, because I did so many things all around the world, you know, theater, movies, TV shows, and everything. But this has so many different meanings in my life.
Actually, I found out that we have a little something in common. It was your grandfather that got you started on
Yeah.
comic books.
Yes.
My grandmother was the one
Oh.
who got me into it. Did he take you to the comic shop, or did he just like hand you a
No,
stack?
he
You're like,
took
these were
me.
mine.
No, he took me to a comic shop, you know, and I saw that pile. So he was like, "Come on, like, choose like 1 or 2 or 3." And I saw like so many of those, like X-Men, Punisher, Spider-Man, Wolverine, even like Night Stalkers, X-Force was there. I don't know, even like there was like so many of different, you know, comics, and I couldn't like choose. You know, so I was like, no, little kid with a pile of comic books. How can you like, you know, decide
Right.
which one you're gonna take? So when he saw me like, you know, that I cannot decide, he was like, "Come on, let's take them all." So that was like my, you know, thank God for my grandpa, and thank God that he got me into this.
So, how was it getting started with voice? Is this your first stint in voice acting?
No. As a matter of fact, I did so many voiceovers all around Europe, you know, for European market. So I'm doing lots of voiceovers for example, you know, we need to like synchronize all those like big Disney Pixar movies like Inside Out or Good Dino. That was the last project I did for Europe, you know. Then I did so many of Pokemons and so on, so on. So this came like something the biggest thing though.
Certainly.
Because in this movie we have like CGI Colossus, but still through your voice you need to bring the emotions, to bring, you know, feelings, to make Colossus real. That's the soul of the character. Because in this movie particularly we don't have like his human form. We only have like, you know,
Only the metal.
only the metal, which is cool because, you know, people will now see him, you know, in one way, and well, I'm hoping that we're gonna like do Colossus as Pyotr Nikolaevich Rasputin in maybe the sequel or maybe in some other X-Men franchise movies.
And since he gets obviously a lot bigger when he, you know,
Yeah.
metals out, hopefully you can play him as his
Well, I'm
regular self.
praying for that because I'm 6'4.5", 6'5" though, and you know Pyotr is supposed to be like, you know, same height as me though in the comic book. But when he becomes Colossus, as you have when Bruce Banner becomes Hulk,
Right.
he just got bigger and taller, and you know, so I think I can do that, you know, especially now when everything that we did with like Colossus' soul, voice, and everything. It works so great, you know. People, you know, are raving about Colossus, and the fans love him. So, I got so many amazing reviews, and I'm just hoping that like 20th Century Fox is going to give me the chance in the sequel, or you know, whenever like Colossus is needed again.
I sincerely hope so too, because I'll tell you one thing, just from seeing the first trailer for Deadpool, and when we found out Colossus was going to be in it, and as soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, they got the fucking accent, thank God. I mean, that was always the most important part.
So Tim Miller, you know, as a big comic book fan, he wanted to have like something that will not disappoint fans, and they will have, you know, the same Colossus they had like in the comic books. So the big thing was to give him the voice that people expect it's going to be, and the accent, which is most important thing.
Now, you have obviously an accent already,
Yeah.
but I heard now you had to work on getting the Russian like down pat.
We have like I'm originally Slavic, and Russian language is Slavic too. We have the same roots, but you know my accent is a little bit softer. You know, if I say softer, Russians would say softer. You know, see that's that
Yeah,
kind
there's a little bit of different inflection.
Yes, exactly. So Tim didn't want me to like have that kind of, you know, a little bit like more American accent, because, you know, Colossus doesn't care about accent.
Right.
He just speaks as he, you know, as he goes. You know, he wouldn't like thought he need to be like more American. So we just like tweaked it a little bit, so we have that. We can't allow this Deadpool. You know, that like more Russian sound.
So, how was it working with Ryan Reynolds?
Amazing, amazing. As you can see, you know, in the movie,
he seems like kind of a goofball. Like he would be so much fun on set.
He's such an amazing actor. He's such an amazing guy. First of all, he helped me a lot as a colleague. You know, helping me with like some you know, Colossus ways in performing some lines. You know, he had his own idea too. So me and Tim did like the most of it, but Ryan had so many great ideas that helped a lot. And on the other side, there's no better actor, you know, that can do Deadpool, such as, you know, Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
He is. When you watch the movie, you can see
he's
he's totally
perfect.
into that. He is Wade Wilson.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, you know.
When I heard that he stole the costume and just like walked off set with it, that was hilarious. So, as far as the voice acting goes, how long did it take, like, in total to get all the lines finished and everything?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it started when I got the role, like, late August. We had some noises over there, but it's totally okay. So, it was late August, and we were, like, working for, like, 4 months. You know, I was going back and forth, like, LA, Europe, and during that period when I was in Europe, I was, like, always on. Yeah, we still have those interesting noises here, but, you know, let's make it natural.
Hotel, it happens.
Yeah, we're not in the studio, we're in the hotel, so please understand us. But what was I saying?
Back and forth from LA to Europe.
Yes, so Tim and I were like always like, you know, with emails, I would tape him myself, you know, he had some ideas, so he would like ask me, can you like do this or this? And then I was like taping myself and sending it back to the studio and to him. So we were like working on it for like 4.5 months though.
Wow.
It's a huge process.
So going back and forth to, you know, from LA to Europe, is this actually your first time in New York, or have you been here before?
No. I was living like in Los Angeles for like 5.5 years. But I was going back and forth to New York, Los Angeles. Depends on like work, what I was doing. So I love New York so much.
Fantastic. Now,
I'm a big
while you
fan
were
of
here, did
Big
you get
Apple.
a chance to get down to Joe's on Bleecker Street, grab a nice slice of pizza?
No.
We were going to bring you one, but we figured it was going to be a popsicle by the time we got here.
Yeah, weather is amazing today, especially, you know, it's so cold, it's unbelievable. But the thing is, I was like, I was filming a movie, The Big Miracle, that was in Alaska, Anchorage, and then in Barrow. So that's really cold, you know. So New York is cold, amazingly cold, but still, when you go, you know, to Alaska, then you really understand.
That's ridiculous.
What
I'm a baby in the cold, man. I can't handle it.
I'm a winter child, so I can like, I'm like, you know, getting myself that I can like understand the winter and I can go through it, but still, it's really cold.
I'm with you, man. My birthday's in January, but I always wanted to have that
I'm
half
in
birthday
December,
in
yeah, so we
July.
can understand each other, you know.
I wanted to always have a beach birthday, like halfway. So, what's your next project?
Well, as a matter of fact, you know, Deadpool is opening so many big doors right now for me, but still, until something is official, I cannot like talk about it. I'm hoping I'm gonna stay in the Marvel universe because this feels amazing. I'm the happiest man in the world right now, getting all the reviews and everything, you know, regarding my role as Colossus and Deadpool as a movie. So my manager is onto it, my publicist is onto it, so, you know, we are like working on it. We'll see soon. We have so many things going on, but we'll see what's going to be the best new step for me in my career.
Well, I can definitely tell you, you were the best Colossus that we at the Peach Basement Show have ever seen, man. Stefan, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for this kind of
If
words.
I can ask one more favor,
Yes, of course.
could you give us a shout out to Peach Basement as Colossus?
Colossus here. Pete Basement are the greatest show ever. Can I say it like that?
I think you can.
Love you, Colossus.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
This was great. Peach Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Peach Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.